everyone. Here we are on Tuesday. I am Pastor Terrell. This is Make It Personal. Before we continue, I do hope you're getting a lot out of this, and I would love it if you could click that like and share button so that if you feel these words are touching your heart, you can pass them on to everybody else. And that is really my goal here. I'm not asking for money. I'm not asking for donations, but I do ask that you share these words that God gives me in hopes that it could touch somebody else's heart. Today's life lesson is going to be around debt. D-E-B-T, debt. Did you know debt is a curse? And it really is. And I don't mean you're going to hell for being in debt. Don't get me wrong. But when you're in debt, you are obligating yourself to the service of someone else and kind of depriving yourself of different freedoms. And it's unfortunate because we have bred a society here where it's virtually impossible not to have debt. I mean, even if you work hard and you can pay rent for $2,000 a month, you still have to go in debt for a mortgage that only costs you $500 a month, right? If you need a decent vehicle. I mean, it's so impossible almost. And there are people that do it, that work themselves out of it and gain the freedom from debt. But it's a very difficult thing to do. But there are choices with debt. And in Proverbs chapter 6, it talks about one such choice. It says, if you co-sign a loan for an acquaintance and guarantee his debt, you'll be sorry that you ever did it. You'll be trapped in your promise and legally bound by the agreement. So listen carefully to this advice. Quickly get out of it if you possibly can. Swallow your pride, get over your embarrassment, and tell your friend you want off the contract. Don't put it off and don't rest until it's done. Rescue yourself from future pain and be free from it once for all. You will be relieved that you did. Co-signing a debt is literally saying, I will put myself in the service of my friend's debtors. I mean, it sounds bonkers. I'm not saying don't do this for your children. That is between you and your family and your God. But be careful where you guarantee your life. Because debt is a trap. And don't just willy-nilly sign your name to somebody else's service, because God wants you free. God wants you joyful. God wants you able to do His will. He doesn't want His will hindered by somebody else's service. Does that make sense? I truly hope it does. And consider this, even if we're not talking about debt, when you go to work, you are obligating yourself to sell a portion of your life for X amount of dollars per hour. That is essentially what work is. It's a contract. But a contract has two sides. I will do this, you will do this. And it's a symbiotic relationship. In the case of employment, it's I will perform this service and you will compensate me. It's supposed to balance itself out on scales. But debt is very different. Debt is saying I will take all the weight, you will assume nothing. Debt is uneven. Avoid it whenever you can. God bless you.